So now we're ready to roll across the floor, across the mat, in full sequence. So we'll come to the right side of the mat. We'll have that sacrum at the very edge of the mat, again, finding that center spot. And we begin by curling the sternum to the pelvis to unweight slightly, soft hoop in the arms. Returning to this position every single time we return back to supine or on the back. We push off with the right heel as we catch with right ball of hand. We lift up and over with left heel as we lower to sacrum back through our hoop, pushing off with right heel as we lower with right ball of hand, lifting up and over with left heel as we lower to sacrum, pushing off to reverse with left heel as we lower with left hand, lifting up and over with right heel to lower to sacrum, pushing off with left heel, we lower with left hand, lifting up and over with right heel as we lower to sacrum. And reversing, we push off with right heel, lowering with right hand, lifting up with heel as we lower to sacrum. Same applies, pushing off with that right heel. And what we're doing as we do this motion, we're just checking for that consistency, that texture. Is it slow? Is the movement slow? Is the gesture soft? Is the quality smooth? If there are any stutters in the motion, it's a chance for something to soften and something else to wake up. I use this theory of reductionary scaffolding to explain this, meaning that as we roll across, we can feel the hard surface of the floor helps us to better feel our larger superficial musculature, like our glute complex, our lats, and allows us to soften that musculature, to disengage, to allow the deeper musculature, the pelvic girdle, the pelvic floor, the erector spinae, the musculature that is anatomically deeper, closer to the bone, it allows it to start to wake up, which gives us this very contoured and subtle movement of the spine. Sort of looks like a spiral staircase when it's in motion. Remembering that the heel lifts up and over to lower us to sacrum. The heel pushes off as the hand lowers us to pubic bone. My heel lifts up and off to lower me to sacrum. Reversing as my heel pushes off. My hand lowers me to pubic bone. I'm just going to do one more revolution back home as we push off to catch. And we lift to lower. And that concludes a full rolling sequence. I would say you can do this for a couple of minutes. It's fairly taxing and also activating, engaging, invigorating to the body. And then I would often test out the efficacy of that activation by going into slightly more advanced exercises in Pilates mat, like a sequence of teasers, or maybe the balance control, and things like boomerang. So after we've completed that, we just take rest on the floor and we check in.